Hi, Sarah Parker, Sarah Parker Fitness here, and here is some South Indian head massage technique. So all you're going to do first of all is move the skin over the skull. So you're just going to move around various places and you're just trying to get that skin to move. So you can just work your way around various points. Then one of the fun ones we learnt was called windscreen wipers. You will mess your hair up, so don't do this if you just had it done. So your hands are in the centre and you just kind of swish it. Again, you can move that around, but it's just hands are going in opposite directions as you do it. And then my favourite is a pull. So you just kind of grab a little lock of hair and you pull it out. So this is all just getting into the top layer of skin and getting that little bit of reaction from it. So it's pulling away from the skull. So it's not like trying to pull your hair out, just getting that little tug. And again, working your way around the head and just getting those releases. For those of you who've got a prickle ball, then another nice addition for that is hair brushing. So coming up the back, you're gonna just push up the neck and into the hairline. You're not rolling the ball, but you don't want to feel like you're dragging the hair. So once it gets into the hairline, you can let it sort of move rather than just keeping it still. And then once you've done that both sides, you can also go across, and this is the one where you might want to let it roll in your hand a little bit more. So you go across the hairline at the bottom, and that's a really nice and relaxer. This is a front of the neck release. We'll also go into the sides a little bit. If you're tight, then you might feel this in the jaw, so I often get quite a lot of response in my jaw as well. So what you're going to do is you're finding the collarbones and you're going just underneath to the muscles. So just use the pads of your hands. Try not, if you've got long nails, don't dig them in. So pads of your hands onto the muscles. So chin nodded. Put the pads of the fingers on underneath the collarbone on the muscle and lock that down. So you're just kind of pulling it down, locking it in place, and then you lift your chin and you should get that lovely stretch through the front of the throat. So you relax down, drop down again, get that lock in place and lifting up. And you can hear, whilst you're lifted, do that little ear to shoulder movement, so the stretch will go sort of towards the sides of the neck a little bit more. Another way to get into the sides is nod the chin, pull down, and instead of looking directly up, go off to the side. So again, you should get a little bit more then, goes into the jaw. If you want to increase the stretch, you can always jut your chin forwards a little bit. So if you push through with your jaw, with your chin, then you'll get a little bit more stretch. So then we just want to go into the sides, and you can see how red that goes, but that's just blood coming to the surface. It's not an injury or anything. So turn your head, hands underneath your collarbone again, and lock the muscles down in place, and then turn your head to the other direction. So you get a little bit more at the sides of the neck here. So instead of these big ones at the front, it's into the side. So turn again, lock down, and turn your head, and that's really quite lovely. And of course repeat on the other side. Enjoy.
Now when I get tension, it tends to go into my jaw, so this is a stretch that you can do with a tennis ball, but I haven't got one with me, so I've actually used my fist doing this before. So you just put that onto your jawline, you rotate, so you're sort of turning the skin underneath your fist or the ball, and then you just open the mouth, so it looks a bit weird, and usually I get a massive big click, so it shows I'm relaxed.
Scalene's release today. This is Scalene, just come down the side of the neck. They get quite tight because we tend to have a forward head posture, especially if you're looking at screens, driving, everything is kind of pushes the head forwards. So we're going to try and release those off. So this is, it's not a movement, it's all about holding. So you're going to try and grab into that. Again, don't dig your nails in, so make sure it's like a sinking pressure rather than a squeeze. So it can help sometimes to turn your head to be able to feel where that muscle is, and then come back to center once you've got it. And you're just going to hold it there. So you can do this lying down, is probably better. Take it with your opposite hand to grab that. Now, if you feel a throbbing underneath, then you've got hold of your carotid, so just release that. And then you're just going to hold it and just gradually letting it release through. You can add in a turn of your head as it loosens through, and then drawing back again. But yeah, you're just going to try and maintain that hold for a few minutes, and it releases through, but you might feel the easiness elsewhere as well, so it's not just this muscle. And again, make sure it is muscle that you're getting. So I'm starting to feel that I'm coming off that muscle and I'm more onto skin. The other thing you can do is move up and down that muscle, so just holding in, again just letting it release, and just keep holding that for as long as you feel comfortable. Hope it helps.